Hey guys, today we're going to be discussing the i13 TWS in-ears, which are truly wireless and Bluetooth. In short, they're supposed to replicate the AirPods from Apple, and they are doing quite a good job at it because these, in my opinion, are near one-to-one copied, and I think this is kind of amazing. Just to add on, I like what China is doing at the moment with this product. They used to have the Apple logo on it. They used to say on the back, designed in California, made in China. Well, now it only says made in China, nothing with California. And it just says a little charging case is included. And I think this is kind of good. They're trying to make it their own product with copying. I don't know how they really think of this as a good idea, but nonetheless, it's just very interesting to see how they are doing things. Another thing that is very funny is just how these products are made in China is that the i13 was only released around 2-3 weeks ago, but this is already the version 5 of the i13. I don't know what that means. I don't know if this is a selling factor. I just think it's a funny add-on because I think there's no difference between any of the versions. It's just funny that this is all added to the case. So when we open up the case, we are firstly introduced with the i13s, and I think it is packaged quite well. It's stable enough. The nice add-on what they included is a small silicone case, and I think this is kind of cool because it just protects the charging case a little bit more from any damage in case you fall it or anything like that. And I think other producers should actually follow this trend. Just add a little case. It might just be a temporary case, but just let the people choose if they want to have it or not. And I think I'm gonna use this until I find something better. I don't like damaging any of my goods, so Samsung, Apple, any other big producers, add a case to your electronics. People will really love you for it. The next thing is gonna be a lightning cable. Yes, this clone is gone so far that it actually charges with a lightning cable, which is, as you know, only used with Apple products. And I think this is an extra funny item because I am an Android user. I only use USB-C or micro USB, and I don't have many of these cables lying around. So what were they thinking about this? I don't know, but it's just funny that you can always say mine charged with lightning cable and therefore it is the real deal. These are EarPods. Lie about that. Quality of the cable is so-so. It's not the best. It's very flimsy, and I think with one too many bends, it will be broken very quickly. And if you do wonder, yes, you can charge your phone with this cable, and also you can use other lightning cables to charge this little device. I think that's a nice little add-on just in case you have the cables, and not that this is some sort of knockoff product that only works with these i13s. The last thing within the little box is a little manual. I think it's quite useless. It just shows how to connect it to your device, just a normal Bluetooth procedure. The only thing that I did think was funny is that within the warnings they did include a small sentence, and I thought it was kind of funny. Please do not overuse this earphone or put it under heavy pressure. What do you mean don't overuse them? Are they going to explode in my ears if I use them more than 2 hours? You know, like these are the things that I'm like, I don't know if this is just a wrong spelling mistake or if this is actually a big warning with they might overheat and burn my ears off. China, help me, please. So yeah, guys, these are the two main things that you're gonna find in the box, and these are the two things that you would like the most. Also, the silicone case is great, but again, it's just a flimsy piece of silicone that just protects the case. It's nothing special, it's nothing hard. You know, for all you know, if you really don't like it, just throw it away because it doesn't cost anything to buy a new one from China or any provider that you like to use. Now, coming to the product itself, the i13's build quality. Now, the build quality is surprisingly well. If I compare them to the original EarPods, this is so similar that if you hold them blinded in one hand or the other, you will not notice the difference. You know, the hinge is identical. It has a metal hinge like the originals. And I think it is just well done. I mean, if we're concerning the plastic, it's not the best molded, if I may say so. The edges are quite rough that you won't expect on the real EarPods, and also the fitting of the top part is not so accurate, meaning it's a bit flimsy and you can move it around just a tiny bit. I don't really like that too much, but again, what do you expect for 25 euro? You know, you're paying 1/5 of the price of the original product. Now, like the originals, you get a left and a right earpiece, and all you have to do is stick them in your ears. It's not rocket science, and it just works. Now, the only thing that I don't like, again, about the build quality of these is the quality control. You can clearly see that on the edges, it's a bit dirty and it doesn't seem like it's molded correctly. I don't know if this is just a bad shift and they didn't come out correctly. I'm not even even sure if these are made in the same factory as the real AirPods, but they do have a few issues where I would say if this was Apple, I would return them and get my money back because the build quality is just terrible. Of course, this doesn't mean they're going to break anytime. I'm just saying the small details that Apple has, you're not going to find here. Just like the originals, you're going to find a little R here and a left there to indicate which earpiece goes where. Of course, it's logical. They're only meant for one side of your ear. It's that simple. But what I do like about it is that with one touch, you can activate your music and pause it. Now, when it comes to sound quality, these things are very impressive. They're super loud, and I would not use more than 40% of my volume because or else my ears will be bleeding, and I don't want to have that. Now, I don't know if you can hear the music like this, but let me just put it closer to the microphone. As you can see, these are just put on 40% and they are super loud. I can hear them now clearly, and yeah, what can I say? This is the reason why you buy them, sound quality, and it is really good. And I would not say anything more about it. They are just doing what they're supposed to do. They connect very easily. Also, the build quality of the magnets within it supposed to hold the in-ears pieces by themselves is very good. This is upside down right now. The earpieces don't fall out. The dead giveaway that these are fake is that there are everywhere LED lights. Even in the single pieces itself, when you take them out, they would glow up like they're little police cars. I don't know why they are like this, but they just do that. And I wish they took this feature away because it's quite frustrating. Maybe if they had a small LED light on the side of the pieces, a very small one, a very dimmable one, just indicate it's either searching or that it's connected, and then when it's turned off that it's actually working. Now, the one thing I don't understand about the case itself, there is a button on the back that doesn't really do anything. I don't know what the purpose of it is. I've tried many different types of presses. In the manual there is nothing about it, but if you click it, nothing happens. It doesn't stop the case from charging. It doesn't ultra charge anything. I don't know what it's meant to do, but it's there. If you want to show off you have a button, great. But it doesn't do anything. So guys, coming to the recommendation, should you buy these or not? Now, that's a real easy answer to me. I bought these because I wasn't sure what I was going to get for 25 euro. Am I really going to get some in-ears that have some good sound, that work and have a great distance actually? Because I get around 10 meters distance with these things. Yeah, these are quite recommendable. They do their thing. They're small in size. Yes, they are basically a clone, but when it comes to convenience, I think they do their job quite well. And this is something I cannot say about other in-ears. I mean, what other in-ears offer for 25 euro touch capabilities where you can pause, play, increase volume, decrease volume, activate Siri, activate Google Assistant over the earpieces itself? It is very impressive. And I don't know what to say about it. It is just a well overall package. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to say that, hey guys, we should now completely boycott Apple. No. They have done a design that is very ergonomic. People just learn from it. They used it, and they're making their own product out of it. Whether it is using the exact same technology is a different question, but as long as it sounds right, it functions and does its part, this is all that matters to me. And yeah, it should as well matter to you like this. Now the question to you, are you gonna purchase the TWS i13s or not? Or are you gonna wait for the i14s, the i15s, or the i100s? Yes guys, I've even seen the i19s on the market already. I have no idea what these are. Watch out with what you buy if you decide to buy them. But will you purchase them? Leave it in your comments below. I'm just curious what you're gonna do. Catch you next time, and I hope you enjoyed this review. See you then. It is funny though that sometimes you can see people with fakes, and when they put these things in their ears, they look like little police officers with, oh, wee, wee, wee. Yeah, just a small little add-on I thought was pretty funny to add.